So welcome back to another My League Rebuild here on NBA 2K20. In today's video, we're going to be rebuilding the Washington Wizards. I had a few requests to do this in a couple videos ago. Thought it would be a good idea to give them a go. This Wizards team once was kind of like in the middle of the NBA. Always competed for the Eastern Conference. John Wall is getting pretty injury prone at this point, and they just kind of fell off. It's kind of more Bradley Beal's team at this point. I don't know if that's the direction I'm going to go with today. I could kind of do a couple things here. I could trade John Wall and move on from him. Build around Bradley Beal. I could keep both of them. I could trade both of them. I honestly have no idea which route I'm going to go. So for the time being, I'm not going to trade John Wall in this first year. I do not play with injuries on. So John Wall will be here. Will be totally fine. As of the rest of this roster, it is not very good. Isaiah Thomas, technically their third best player here in 2K. I don't know if I want to keep him right now. I mean, he probably doesn't have much trade value. If I can find a good trade for him, maybe I'll do it. Just the fact I know how he plays in 2K. I love Isaiah Thomas, full-blown Celtics fan. We owe him everything. But I don't know how much money he's going to ask for this offseason, and I'm probably not going to give it to him, especially if I do end up keeping John Wall. Thomas Bryant's a nice young piece on a rather solid deal. Very well could end up being my starting center, depending on how he does progress. I'm excited for that. Davis Bertans came over from the San Antonio Spurs this offseason. Or was he traded? I forget. But he was on the Spurs prior to this on a one-year deal. Probably only going to be a one-year deal because I do want to start Rui Hachimura and then Troy Brown Jr. I want these two to develop and hopefully be. I want Hachimura probably to be a starter for this whole video. I don't know about that one though. And then Troy Brown Jr. eventually I do want to come off the bench, but these are two are both going to start here in this first season. Mo Wagner here as well. There's a lot of like guys on this team who are not very good. I don't know. Isaac Bonga says he does not look 19. He looks like he's 30. That is something I'm never going to understand. I still cannot believe that somebody thought it would be smart to give Jan Mahimi $15.5 million a year at one point. That's just absolutely insanity to me. Admiral Schofield was their second-round pick in this past year's draft. I have no idea who Chris Chiozza is. These guys look like, yeah, they're probably just all undrafted at this point. So only on one-year deals. I will send, where the hell is he? Admiral Schofield down to the G League along with Isaac Bonga. Maybe those two can develop. As of the rest of this team, maybe I just don't make any trades because it's honestly not a very good team at all. I don't think we're going to be very good. Like CJ Miles, they want to start. Why would you not just start Troy Brown Jr.? It honestly makes no sense. But for the time being, yeah, I mean, 10-man rotation is probably going to be how it's going to, or excuse me, 9-man rotation probably going to be how it's going to go. Ish Smith just ultimately not going to get any minutes here. Wagner's going to play like 10 a night. Miles is going to end up getting like 14. You know, I wanted to make a trade. I'll still glance. I mean, I'm just setting the rotation for now. But if I can't find anything, I'm obviously not going to do it. Damn, that's a lot of point guard minutes I get. Wait. Oh, it's because Isaiah Thomas playing 25. Yeah, it kind of does make sense. So Bryant here is going to get like 33. I want Hachimura developing. He's honestly going to get 35. Troy Brown Jr. going to get around 33 as well. 35 here, 35. We can honestly go 26, give 18 here, and just give a 15 to CJ Miles. Just sucks having those guys at such low overalls in our starting lineup or on our bench. But we'll see what other trades can pop up. If I were to do like Isaiah Thomas, I'll also throw in Jan Mahimi. Any trades here, potentially? If I can maybe get like a lower overall point guard along with something else, I would do that, I think. Pat Beverly. I might do this just because it's on a multi-year deal, and I think Pat Beverly would ultimately be the better player in the long run to have. Dante Exum and Ed Davis. Okay, so this is also very tempting for me. I honestly might end up doing this just because they're both on multi-year deals. They're both younger than the other player at their respective positions, and we only have to give up a second-round pick. So I'm going to go back to that one, I think. Spencer Dinwiddie. I do have to give up a first-round pick there, though, and I don't really think I want to do that. It's a kind of a similar move here, except Jakob Poeltl is expiring at the end of this year. You know what? I think I'm going to take this deal. Dante Exum and Ed Davis, welcome to the team, making this trade with Utah. Now I'm going to go ahead and just reset this lineup, see how it is going to look. So CJ Miles still not going to start. It's still going to be Troy Brown Jr. CJ Miles is going to play about 10 minutes a night. Dante Exum is going to slide down here, play about, we'll go 14 for now. Ed Davis, we'll go 18 there. Davis Bertans, 14 for now. We're going to go 33 here. I do want to get 35 to Hachimura. 33 here. 36 and 36. And screw it, I'll just give a 34th tier to Troy Brown Jr. Yeah, this is going to be the rotation for the first season. We'll see if we can get a little bit of career revival here with John Wall. If it's not looking like we're going to be able to do that at the end of the year, we're probably going to end up moving him. But John Wall, Bradley Beal, still one of the better backcourts in the NBA when healthy. Is how it's going to start for year number one. Troy Brown Jr., Rui Hachimura, two very nice young pieces right here. Both their first-round picks of the past 2 years. excited to see how they can do. And then Thomas Bryant, a nice young center here. Hopefully he can develop. I did not know he was a second-round pick. Good for him. Bench definitely probably got a little bit worse, but we also got a little bit more depth, so I am fine there. Davis Bertans, Ed Davis, Anante Exum, and CJ Miles. So I don't know how we'll be this year. Very well could end up being a playoff team or be the worst team in the NBA. Kind of how 2K is. I'll see you guys at the end of the first year. So at the end of the first season, Giannis Antetokounmpo is your MVP. We go 26 and 56, so yeah, not being very good. Could mean John Wall is on his way out. Hopefully we do have a very high pick in this year's draft. John Morant, Rookie of the Year for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's been absolutely insane in real life. DeMarcus Cousins, 6th Man of the Year in LA. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year. Luke Kennard, Most Improved. Pretty interesting to see there. And Brett Brown does take Home Coach of the Year for the 76ers. So, yeah, clearly we're not in the playoffs. Still do have a lot to decide with this team. We ended up being, let's see, second worst team in the entire NBA. So, hopefully that does give us a really solid pick. That's what I'm looking for this year. Bradley Beal, I mean, John Wall had a good year. There's no reason to trade him right now at this point. I think this starting lineup just really needs to get better. Kind of add one more piece. Then we'll be good. So, I mean, if the right trade does come up, I'll pull the trigger on it. He obviously is making a ton of money. We'll see, though. There's no point in trading him right now because clearly he wasn't the issue. If he put up like 17 or 18 points a game and like 5 assists, then I would be like, yeah, it's time to move him. But he averaged like, what, 24 points a game? That's pretty good. I don't really think there's much reason to move on from him there. So, could end up trading that pick for a player too because this kind of is a veteran team except for maybe Rui Hachimura in the starting lineup. Actually, technically, I guess our center really isn't a veteran too, so I don't really know. I mean, it's ultimately going to come down to the situation that we end up in. Depends what pick we're going to get. There's a whole lot of contributing factors to it. 76ers go on to the NBA Finals. They're going to be taking on LeBron, AD, and the Lakers. Lakers up 3-1, and do they close them out? Yes, they do. In 5, LeBron James is your Finals MVP. So let's head into this first offseason right now. Pretty excited to see what we can do with this team. I definitely think there's a lot of wiggle room, a lot more than people realize in real life. So up to the draft now. See if we got lucky in the pick department. I totally just skipped over staff signing, didn't I? Wow, I am dumb. All right, well, our staff's going to suck next year. Yep. That sucks. What is it? I mean, Scott Brooks has decent ratings. The B- trainer. I mean, it could have been worse, ultimately. There's a better assistant coach here, so... Whoops. Oh, can I not fire anybody right now? Yeah, I can't fire anybody right now, but I can probably at the start of next year. I don't know why I just skipped over all that, but I'm dumb. We ended up with a second pick, though, so that is good. John Wall making 41 mil at this point. That is going to be tough. We'll see. I think I did a lot of these guys, or left a lot of these guys on the team just because a lot of them are going to end up being trade pieces. So, like, Admiral Schofield, I mean, he's a 75. Maybe I do leave him. If I were to do... But then again, I have Troy Brown Jr. for this exact reason, so I think Admiral Schofield will probably end up getting moved. If I were to do Schofield, Thomas Bryant in the second overall pick, what do I get? 1 in Thad Young, 3 in Colin Sexton. That's going to be a hard one to say no to. I think I have to take that trade. I'm going to take this trade just because Colin Sexton's going to come in and be our new starting point guard. We get the 3rd overall pick. John Wall can now be traded. He's making 41, like, seriously. It's just so much money. I mean, I do want to keep him. I just don't know how ethical that's going to be. So let's look at some trade offers for John Wall. Kyle Kuzma straight up would probably save me a ton of money and give me money for free agency still. So I think he's definitely an option here. Draymond Green and D'Angelo Russell. No, that's probably not going to be it. So you know what? Screw it. Let's take Kyle Kuzma. I don't get him a ton. We're going to take this trade. We still do have the 3rd overall pick, and I'll see you guys in the draft. So it's just a small move here before the draft. Donda Exum and Nish Smith are not guys I want on this team. We're going to be sending them to Detroit for 2 unprotected first-round picks. So we do have the 3rd overall pick now. This is kind of Bradley Beal's new team. I think I'm going to slide Kuzma down to the small forward spot, and depending on overall-wise, he goes up to an 87. I'll probably keep him and then just have Hachimura play the power forward spot. I mean, what is Hachimura's small forward overall? Yeah, he stays the same, basically. So Kuzma goes up to an 87. We might as well leave him there. So I am in the market right now for a new starting center, which definitely could spend money on a free agency or in the draft, depending who goes when. So let's see what happens here in the draft. Do the 3rd overall pick. And so LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards, which kind of does leave me room just to take James Wiseman and call it a day. And it's kind of the obvious pick there. Do we have another pick in this year's draft? Oh, we have a 2nd round pick. I'm just going to send this to Philly for 2 future seconds. So James Wiseman is the new guy in here. Our starting lineup is basically kind of all filled out, which I don't really have a problem with. Wiseman's going to be an 82 overall. So let's see what we're doing now. Team player options, Jordan McRae. I'll take them both back because I can definitely trade them both. So let's trade them both now. yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to do this. If the game's going to give me an option, I'm going to take a first round pick and a trade exception for those two over just letting them go for nothing. Kind of the smart thing to do. No qualifying offers. Let's see what the team is looking like at this moment in time. We have Quinn. Oh, Sexton's listed as a shooting guard. What's his overall going to be at point guard? That's super annoying. I'm playing him at point guard. It's super annoying that his overall goes down too, but that's where his spot's going to be. Isaac Bonga is probably going to get traded as well. And theoretically, I could just slide Mo Wagner down to the power forward position. But I do have money in free agency, so I might as well see if I can spend it. If I can somehow like get an Anthony Davis in here, that would be absolutely insane. Is that going to happen? Probably not. I got... No way. Oh my God. Well, that definitely just spiced things up a minute. Yeah, Anthony Davis. Welcome to Washington. Definitely did not think you were going to want to, slide into that spot, but you did. So now we definitely have a lot of things to think about. We're going to probably trade Isaac Bonga and Troy Brown Jr. for shooting guards. Probably do 1-on-1. We'll see what we do there. Because Hachimura is going to slide down and be the backup to Kyle Kuzma now, just because Anthony Davis doesn't really need one. So small forward for Hachimura. I'm going to probably look to improve Quinn Cook. So I'm going to trade Quinn Cook and Isaac Bonga right now, along with a first-round pick for a point guard. Isaac Bonga, Quinn Cook, and a first. Give me a point guard. Definitely did not think we'd be getting Anthony Davis. It's definitely been a minute since I've done that. Actually, screw it. I'm just going to trade this for Josh Richardson. Unless I see something better. Only thing about Josh Richardson, he's a free agent at the end of next year. You know what? I'm just going to take Patrick Beverley in that case. Just because Richardson's a free agent and Beverley is, I mean, he's going to be obviously a very big help. I'm still going to start Sexton. Troy Brown Jr. now, along with Dragan Bender, who we just acquired, is going to get me a backup shooting guard. Troy Brown Jr. is 6'6", not really a shooting guard. Dragan Bender, along with a first, give me some sort of guard. I really did not think that was going to go through. I like getting Anthony Davis. I can just bring Thomas Bryant back. You know what? I'm just going to do that, and he's going to be my new backup center. That's kind of the simplest way to go about it. And now Ed Davis, Mo Wagner going to get traded for a shooting guard, and we are done. Wow. Did not think that was going to happen, if I'm being totally honest. That kind of ended up working out for the best. I do need a shooting guard here. Ooh, Kendrick Nunn. How tall is he? 6'2". Damn, not really a shooting guard. I mean, it is 2K, so I can probably just slide him there, so screw it. Kendrick Nunn, 78 overall. Kiziak Paula, we also just got him. Probably going to send him to the G League. Let's see. Nunn at shooting guard. He actually goes up to 79 overall. So, yeah, this is the team. Akpala will be in the G League. We're all set. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. So year number 2 here, this is how the team is going to look. Colin Sexton, Bradley Beal is half of our new backcourt. Well, technically our new backcourt, but it's only one half is new. Excited to see what Sexton can do in here. Obviously, John Wall is still a better player. Colin Sexton's just not making $41.25 million right now, so he's going to be locked up under team control for the rest of the video. That is obviously going to be huge. Bradley Beal, I do not mind paying. I mean, he's kind of proved that he's worth this money. Kyle Kuzma in here is a free agent at the end of this season, so that's going to be a big re-signing that we need to do no matter what. Anthony Davis, I mean, he's Anthony Davis. I still cannot believe we got him, but he's going to be our new power forward. And then James Wiseman, our number 3 overall pick, slides in there at center. So this starting lineup just went from 0 to 100. The bench absolutely took a turn as well. Rui Hachimura, I mean, I said I wanted to start him the whole video. I didn't plan on getting Anthony Davis. Like, I'm sorry if you're going to be upset about that. He's going to be our 6th man. He's basically almost playing starter minutes still. I do apologize, though. Pat Beverley going to be a really nice 7th man off the bench. Kendrick Nunn has been playing out of his mind in real life this year for the Miami Heat. And then Thomas Bryant, we traded him. We got him back. He's going to be our 9th man under contract for the remainder of the video. So, Kendrick Nunn's shit. I did not realize he was a free agent. So, I'm super excited about this team. I definitely think this team can be top 1, top 2 in the Eastern Conference. I'll see you guys at the end of the second year. So we end year number 2 with a record of 68-14, and Anthony Davis does win MVP for us. 26 points, 15.5 boards, 2.5 assists, 1.5 steals, 2 blocks. Get more into stats in a second. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year. He ended up on the Chicago Bulls. D'Angelo Russell, 6th man, still in Golden State. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year. Jarrett Culver, Most Improved. Interesting to see. Scott Brooks did win Coach of the Year for us. So I'm not saying that I'm going to fire Scott Brooks. I'm just saying if we don't do well in the playoffs, I probably am, just because, I mean, this team is too good not to do well in the playoffs, especially if I can get a better head coach. So we'll see. AD led us in scoring. Then it was Bradley Beal, Colin Sexton, Wiseman, Kuzma. I mean, this team was very, very solid. Team stats in the year, points per game, we were, not really close to the we're actually last in points. Oh, points allowed, we were last. I was like, what the hell? Points per game, we were third. This give us the best differential, 17.4. Best by far. So first round here we do with the Chicago Bulls. As you saw, they do have LaMelo Ball. I'm sure they're for a bunch of other things at this point. Still have Larry Marketing, Wendell Carter Jr., guys like that. So we are up 2-1 on them right now, 3-1, and we close them out here? We do. We close them out in 5. That's awesome to see. Round number 2, it's going to be us in the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young has been unbelievable in real life this season. I'm sure he's absolutely insane in this game too. 3-0, and then we sweep them. I think the Trae Young Luka Doncic trade might have been the only trade where both teams honestly won. There's not a loser in that trade. At the time being, anyways, there's not a loser in that trade. But we end up gentlemen sweeping Philadelphia in 5 games. Let's take on the Rockets here in the NBA Finals. They are obviously a very good team. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Capella. Yeah, I mean, it's basically their same team as now. So we'll see. We're down 1-0. We're 1-1. Can we come back? We're 3-1 with them. It's obviously close. You know I'm going to hop in and get some gameplay. We're here in Washington. Can we close it out, get this team a championship? Oh, boy, not looking like it. Okay, well, that sucks. Well, we're going to game 6 here. This one is going to be in Houston. Not going to be easy in the slightest. Come on, don't blow a 3-1 lead. That's just going to be shitty if we do that. Yeah, no, we're gonna do that, and we're going to game 7 here back in Washington. We blow a 3-1 lead. I think I'm gonna fire Scott Brooks pretty much no matter what. We're up right now. Can we keep this lead? Yeah, we're gonna keep this lead. I'll see you guys in there. All right, so we're here in the game right now. We obviously have a pretty decent lead. I don't think it's really gonna be something we have to worry about blowing. I'm just gonna try to get the ball in here to Colin Sexton. So Hachimura is in here. We're just gonna try to get all the starters in here. It's Hachimura's 11th point of the night, but I do want to get all the starters in here. All are in here except for who even is it? James Wiseman. James Wiseman's not in the game. Andre Iguodala on the Rockets. That would be such a nice pickup in real life. If Andre Iguodala, is he still on the Grizzlies? Like, I think he is. AD with his 23rd board of the night. He has 37 points. Good Lord. Just going to go streaking down the floor. Dunk it home, James. Oh, my God. AD has 39 points, 23 rebounds, and 2 assists. I really got to try getting him more, because sometimes I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like, I really can't get him, and I know I can't because I don't either have enough money, I have to re-sign guys, or whatever the reason may be. But I got to try to get him more often. Westbrook turnaround floater is no good. Hachimura in here. I wouldn't mind using Hachimura either, man. I do use Wiseman quite a bit. AD just going to go up. No, come on. Like, that's where I get mad at 2K, where I'm like, yeah, it was a contact layup, but, like, Anthony Davis is 6'11", 7 feet, borderline. Like, he would have finished that over Russell Westbrook, or whoever the hell it was. Like, just stupid. He does get the block there, though. We're going to go streaking down the floor with AD. Going to get the easy layup. He's going to miss that, though. Hachimura there for the putback, giving him 13 on the night now. I'm really liking this team. Hachimura, good position there on James Harden. Good Lord. I'm really liking how this team is looking. I wasn't nervous for this rebuild, but I was just like, might not come out to be one of my better rebuilds. But it ended up turning out obviously very, very fine. We still do have one more year, which I probably will make a couple moves. I don't know if anything that significant. I mean, Kendrick Nunn might ask for a decent amount of money this offseason. We'll see how that goes. I mean, there's not much I can really improve, though. This kind of seems like a third-year team rather than a second-year team. Bradley Beal switched to number 4. He gave AD number 3. I don't know why AD doesn't just wear number 23 like he did in New Orleans. All right, can I get a pick? Good pick there from Anthony Davis. Bradley Beal pull-up mid-range is going to be good. That's 16 for him on the night. We'll probably do one more defensive possession, then kind of call it here. Bradley Beal and James Harden's obviously not the greatest defensive matchup we want. Hopefully when Pat Beverly was in, he covered him, but too little, too late. Doesn't really matter. We're going to be picking up the dub either way. AD over here on Harden. Get that shit out of here. He swats him in the next week. Kyle Kuzma over here. Wide open 3. Can he hit it to close it out? Yes, he can. I'll see you boys with the Finals MVP. Just assuming Anthony Davis won Finals MVP, and yeah, he did. He had an absolutely insane Finals. So we get a championship done year number 2. You know what that means. We're obviously looking for the repeat. I'm going to make sure I don't skip over staff signing this time. I honestly don't even know how I did that last time. But head scout, doesn't really matter. It's not that important. I do want a new trainer. There's an A trainer here. Those 3 untapped potentials are obviously always nice. Our assistant coach is not very good, so he's going to be the one I do improve. Peterson can come in. Our assistant GM is fine. We'll fire you and then just get Jordan Malone. So hopefully we can get all these guys. That would be nice. Get them all after day 1. Awesome. So let's head up to the draft. We did trade a couple first-round picks last year, none of which I think had much value. We do have the 25th overall pick in the second round. Going to go ahead and just move that for a future second somewhere else. So we're obviously not drafting anybody this year. Don't really need new rookie anyways. Team player options, Hachimura and Sexton, you are both definitely coming back. Qualifying, Kendrick Nunn, did not think he was going to get one. And then Kyle Kuzma is obviously a really, really big one. Really want to make sure we get him back. I actually have an idea to potentially trade Kyle Kuzma to get this team even better. It's probably not going to happen, but it's worth a try. So obviously we don't have any cap space there. Kyle Kuzma, I'm giving him basically max money there. Actually, you know what? I forgot. I should have just waited for day 2. Because Kuzma is going to end up... I'm not renouncing Kendrick Nunn. Kuzma is going to end up getting like his $6 million offer, I'm pretty sure. This game always glitches, and that's going to suck because I clearly gave him a lot of money. Yeah, I'm going to change his contract. We gave Kyle Kuzma the max. I want to trade for somebody potentially. If not, I'll just leave it. It's fine. But I just gave Kyle Kuzma a whole ton of money. I'm not cheating the game. It's the contract I gave him. The game glitches. Not my fault. I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. So I was going to try to see if it was possible to either trade Kyle Kuzma for one of Luka Doncic, which he's a 96. That wasn't happening. My main two were going to be Paul George and Ben Simmons, neither of which ended up being able to happen. So Kuzma's going to stay. We'll see what we want to end up doing with this team. I think KZ Okpala is going to be in some sort of trade, and I think it's probably going to be a trade with Thomas Bryant for a better backup center. Just seeing what we can kind of do here, just because I have no reason to keep KZ Okpala, KZ, whatever the hell it is. See what we can get, and then I'll probably end up moving Kendrick Nunn as well. Cam Reddish. Who's my backup small? Oh, it's Hachimura. I don't really need that. Together they're making like 9 mil, so we can just look at players, centers making like, we'll cap it at like 9.5 mil and just see if we can find a move there. If not, I'll just leave it the way it is, let him ride the bench. But like Mitchell Robinson, Wendell Carter Jr. would be nice. So would Bol, Steven Adams, free agent. We'll try for Wendell Carter Jr. first. If it doesn't go through, then we'll see what we can do there after this. Thomas Bryant along with KZ Okpala. For Wendell Carter Jr., I'll just throw you a first-round pick. This is definitely going to go through. Welcome to the team, Wendell Carter Jr. So just trying to get that bench even better. Beverly's obviously super solid for defensive purposes. So I think now, wow, I didn't realize Wendell Carter Jr. is going to be a way higher overall than James Wiseman. I'm still going to start Wiseman, but maybe I'll start Wendell Carter Jr. We'll see. So Kendrick Nunn is going to be a restricted free agent, so I'm either going to have to wait until he gets his qualifying offer, or I don't even know, really, to be honest. Where is he in the point guard department? I don't want affordable. All right, overall wise. All right, no, he's listed as a shooting guard. Kendrick Nunn. We cannot give him that. I don't know if he's going to get an offer or not. If he doesn't, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. I mean, he's an 81 overall. I'm just going to play it out by ear. If not, I'll trade him at the end of year or at the start of next year if we do get a trade. But if not, it's fine. I'll keep him. I'll see you at the start of the third and final year. So third and final year, that's how the team is going to look. Colin Sexton, Bradley Beal still going to be our backcourt. Kyle Kuzma, Anthony Davis. Then I did give the start to Wendell Carter Jr. He's an 86 overall. He's a higher overall. Might as well do it. If we're not very good in the middle of the year or whatever, I'll go back and make the other change. Ben Drew Hachimura, I decided I want to be my sixth man. James Wiseman will be getting 16 minutes a night, 83 overall. It's obviously not ideal for a number 2 or 3 overall pick, but it's okay. It's the final year anyways. Pat Beverly going to be an 81 overall. I'm still sure is a god on defense. And then Kendrick Nunn did end up taking that qualifying offer, so I'm not going to be moving him. He's been playing unbelievable in real life anyways. 80 overall, going to be our backup shooting guard. So this is it. This is the team. Hopefully we can repeat. Catch you guys at the end of the third and final season. So into the third and final year here, we go 65 and 17. Giannis out here winning MVP. So went Giannis, AD, Giannis once again. Still okay with that. Evan Mobley, Rookie of the Year. He ended up on the Oklahoma City Thunder. He was the second overall pick. D'Angelo Russell, 6th man. Giannis, also Defensive Player of the Year. Thomas Bryant, Most Improved. That sucks right after we trade him. I swear to God, 2K does that shit on purpose. Every time you trade like a bench player or a role player, they instantly win Most Improved. But it's cool. Scott Brooks, Coach of the Year. Coming right off the finals. Best record in the NBA once again. Very, very deserving. So here we go. Season stats in the year. Player stats. Leading scoring Anthony Davis. And Colin Sexton was insane. Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, Wendell Carter Jr. was solid. Hachimura, Wiseman. Okay. So I'm happy with where this team is at. I definitely think that we are on track to win another NBA Finals. Points per game, we were, wow. All right, we were 7th, which isn't that bad. Defensively, we were 1st. Did have the best differential, not as by many points as last year, but still. First is first. So taking on the Cavs here in the first round. Colin Sexton's old team. I'm bleeding. Did I trade John Wall there? I definitely might have. Maybe a little bit of an attempt at a revenge tour for John Wall, but we'll see. We're 2-2 with them right now. We are up 3-2. Can we just close them out, please? Don't have to stress about this shit. There we go. We win in 6th. Taking on the Hawks, I believe, again in the second round. I believe we faced them in the second round last year. Going to be doing much of the same this year. They probably got a lot better. We kind of did too with our young guys. They definitely developed. We're up 3-1, and we end up sweeping them into, or gentlemen sweeping them into 5. Us and the Knicks here in the East Finals. So we're either taking on the Rockets or the Nuggets in the NBA Finals. Okay, don't run your mouth, Mass. Okay, there we go. Rockets once again here in the NBA Finals. Can they get their redemption from last year, or are we going to go back-to-back on their asses? And yes, we are. Anthony Davis Finals MVP once again. So yeah, this was a Wizards rebuild. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like down below. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any other video ideas, please feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. I'm looking for video ideas other than just generic rebuild ideas. If you guys do not, please go follow me on Twitter. My link is always in the description for Twitter. I'm trying to get my Twitter followers up, so that would be huge. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.